right? So don't try to control the mind. Instead, work on other things that help calm the mind. So the first thing I do is this. The first thing I do is purely just breathing. So I take a deep breath in and out. Now, some of you will breathe and you think, oh, this is too simple. I breathe already. I wake up, I breathe. But let me tell you something. Most people aren't breathing properly. So some people, when you tell them to breathe, you tell them to breathe in, they do this. You tell them to breathe out, they do this. And that's when you know most people in this world don't know how to breathe. Now, some of you may find this fascinating. Why am I saying that you don't know how to breathe? Because a lot of the time, most people are just using, let's say, 10 to 20% of lung capacity. So they're not actually breathing through the full lung. And if you want to know how to breathe properly, just look at a baby. And I always say, especially today on Spiritual Sunday, is that nature is our best indication to how we are supposed to be, right? When we come into this world, we know how to breathe. Have you ever watched a baby breathe before? Tummy goes out, goes in, goes out, goes in. This is what happens. So breathing properly, we need to start understanding abdominal breathing. When you take a deep breath in, this part needs to expand. When you breathe out, this part goes in, not here. Now, when you just do that a few times, you can practice that now. Breathe in, breathe out. And when you practice that a few times, just do it a few times now, right? And do a deep breath right in. And now, when you do this, what happens is you're using your full lung capacity. Now, some of you right now, if you've been doing it over the last few seconds, you may feel a little bit lightheaded. Now, don't worry there. It's not because you're channeled into the frequency and you're vibrating. That's not what's happening, okay? You haven't plugged into the source yet. But all that's happening is because you've got more oxygen in your body than you're used to. And that's why you may have a reaction right now where you feel a little bit dizzy. But that's normal because oxygen is life, breath is life. Now, so by breathing, practicing just abdominal breathing, right? You can close your eyes, do it in peace. This is where I usually do my breathing. So I just breathe and I do that for 10 minutes. Now, when you do that for 10 minutes, what happens is that's your first dimmer switch. It starts calming the mind, okay? Now, once I've done that for, let's say, 5-10 minutes, and by the way, any anger, any frustration, any shame, all of these things are on the lower spectrum of the lower vibrational frequencies. So by breathing, try this next time. If you get frustrated, impatient, angry, whatever at that moment, breathe. Take a deep breath in and out. And just monitor and be conscious about this. Bring to your awareness and think, am I still equally as annoyed? Or am I less annoyed now? And you'll find that it lessens. So if you start understanding that, at the same time, while you're breathing, you are raising your vibrational frequency because you are getting rid of all the hate, anger, frustration, all this stuff which is in the low part of the vibrational frequency chart.